Yo, Vonnie EC, another trucker. Yeah, man, finna get ready to hit the road from Chicago to Kansas City. So I'm just doing my pre-trip. I usually, I actually do my physical pre-trip. You know, I pull up in front of the truck, hop out, put my shit in the truck, open up the hood, check the oil, do my little pre-trip around the truck, go park my car. Then I come back and start my clock and, sit here for about 10 minutes. But while I'm sitting up here and I'm thinking, man, I just seen a comment earlier on the past video that I made. And hopefully, I hope y'all can hear me. You know what? Turn the truck off real quick. But yeah, I just got a comment and somebody was asking me, is $20,000 enough to start being an owner-operator? Technically, if you financing a truck, whatever you can afford to put down, whatever the minimum is that you can afford to put down, that is enough to get you a truck to be an owner operator. I remember at one time I used to hear about, people only had to put down $5,000. Something like that down for a truck at minimums, especially depending on what your credit was. But things are a little bit different today. The overall trucking industry ain't been looking so good, supposedly. And, a lot of these finance companies, they looking at giving people money to start trucking businesses as a risk. So, from my experience and just what I, generally know or what I've been hearing, you know what I mean? A lot of these finance companies, when you go through a dealership and try to finance a truck, and the finance company that'll take you on, they want you to pay more, put more money down. So, shit, I think I had to put down like more than 20% when I got my truck. Something like that. So like I said, the person asked me, was $20,000 enough to be an owner-operator in trucking? And just like I say, technically, whatever the minimum, whatever your situation is and whatever the minimum that's required for you to put down on the truck, you get the truck. So all you had to do was put down $5,000 to $10,000 for the truck. You in business. But, and it's a big but, you got to be ready for the costs that's going to come with operating that truck. And once again, this is something that people don't touch on as much. Like I always say, man, everybody focus on the money. Everybody think about the money that you could make. But your truck got to function for you to be able to get to that money. Your truck got to be running right for you to be able to get to the money, no matter what the money is looking like. So, how much money you come into the game with, man, is really subjective. I can't tell you how much money to come into the game with, but I can only make suggestions through experience with what I know and what I understand or what I've grown to understand what comes with this shit. Now, like I said, I gave you the technical, black and white example, yeah. Whatever you can afford, whatever's the minimum that's required due to your situation with your credit, whatever the case may be, whatever that minimum may be, yeah, you can get you a truck. But from my experience, with the way I see shit, 20,000 ain't enough. Now, what are we talking about? Are you talking about 20,000 with, is that all you got? Is all you got is 20,000 and you're going to take some money out of that and put it down on the truck, and then whatever you got left, that's what you're going to use to back you up while you operating? Me personally, I wouldn't do it. No, let's just say if I got 20,000 and I put $10,000 down on the truck, and all I got is $10,000 left in the maintenance account. Me personally, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I don't think that's enough, because you need money to play this game, for real, because you can't quantify when your truck is going to break down, when your truck is going to need repairs. You know what I'm saying? Some people say maintenance all together with maintenance and repairs, but I think maintenance and repairs are two total different things. I mean, it's all in the same area, but maintenance is something that you can control. You know what I'm saying? Getting your PMs, your oil change, keeping up with your tires. You got you a good mechanic. You know, while they doing the regular shit on your truck, they let you know, like, hey, you need to get this checked out. You need to get that checked out. You need to get this fixed. And you getting that shit fixed. That's maintenance. But repairs is really something that happens unexpectedly. You know what I'm saying? And you can't quantify when it's going to happen or how much this shit is going to cost. So if all you got is a couple thousand in the bank, let's just say 10,000, hey, let me tell you something. Repair bills, a lot of times one repair bill can take all that, can take all your money. If all you got is 10,000, like I say, when I first got my truck, I had to drive all the way down to Fort Worth, Texas. Well, I didn't drive down there. I caught a plane down to Texas. But driving back, I picked my truck up from Fort Worth, Texas. And on the way back, before I even got back home to the Midwest, truck broke down. Luckily, it was, something with the after treatment system, a knock sensor. So, you know what I'm saying? Because I came in with some preparation, I was able to afford that. You know what I'm saying? It was about like $1,500 or some shit like that. That wasn't, when I think back about it, the shit that I didn't have to pay for thus far, that wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. You don't know when your truck gonna give you problems. You can't quantify this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you don't know when or how much it's gonna cost. And I done paid bills, repair bills, way over $10,000 within the past year. Within the past year, 3 times, well over 10,000. 2 times, almost 20. 1 time, 14, including other shit too, as well. You know what I'm saying? So you do the math. And a lot of us, man, when we come into the game, we go finance. A lot of us don't know nothing about trucks like that. We don't know how to go about getting an older truck, you know what I'm saying, a cash truck, and we don't know what to do with it. We don't have no connections with no good mechanics yet. We ain't built no relationships with no mechanics to know, okay, I got to go get this done, and get it load ready. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. We don't want to go through all them complications. We just want to hurry up and hop in the truck and just drive. So what do? We go to the dealership and we get us one of these trucks with the after treatment system on there, one of these modern trucks. So remember this, any truck made from 2007 on up, they all got after treatment systems on it, and which most of us, we just call it the DEF system. And as a lot of us know through experience, these DEF systems will cost you money. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these trucks, the engines are still good. My truck run pretty good. The major problems I've been having with my truck been DEF issues. You know what I'm saying? So we finance these trucks, and a lot of us is coming in with the bare minimum stacked up. And these DEF issues will destroy you. They will crush you. They will crush you if you're not prepared. Real talk. I guarantee you, most truckers who owner operators who in this shit, they will agree with me. It'd be the DEF system that cause the most problems, that hit your pockets the most. You know, and a lot of us, we don't know nothing about these after treatment systems till you start paying for this shit. When I first had to get a knock sensor changed, I didn't know what that was. I didn't know where it was supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know where it was located at. I didn't understand its function. Now I do. You know what I mean? So you gotta think about it, man. You gotta do your due diligence, ask questions, study, research. And that's the point of my channel. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about being a YouTuber or nothing like that, man. I'm just somebody. I guess this is probably therapeutic for me, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? And it's always good to see people that appreciate your heartfelt information. You know what I mean? Because a lot of this information is coming from pain. Shit. You know what I mean? And I don't want to see people come in. I want to try my best to reach as many people as I can with my small following. You know what I'm saying? Or with my subscriber base. And shout out to all my subscribers, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. I see my little numbers going up every day, you know. And I appreciate all y'all for even taking the time out to hear what I got to say. But that's the reason for this channel, man, to give you the real about this is what I'm going through in real time. You know what I'm saying? Win or lose, you know. I'm not tripping on it. You know, these ain't no sad stories. It's just real shit. That way, if I lay the shit out to you, if you're a thinker and you know how to pick up on the game, you can come in better prepared and have some idea on what to do. Because like I say, man, a lot of people, when we get these trucks, man, we not knowledgeable about these trucks. We don't know shit about these trucks. We just get in these motherfuckers and drive and hope to get to the money, but have no idea what's about to come. Because you're going to pay some money. This truck is a machine. You know what I'm saying? This truck is a business. And you have to spend money in order to keep your business afloat. You can't be no owner operator thinking like a company driver, fam. You can't. And even no matter what money that you come into the game with, you still have to come in stacking as much as you can, as quick as possible, because along the way, shit is going to be happening to where you got to spend money. And if you doing your shit right, don't forget you got to pay taxes. You know, depending on where you at, you might, you know, good for you if you live in a state the way you don't got to pay no state taxes. But federal taxes, where I live at, federal, we got to pay federal and state taxes. So you got a lot of expenses that you got to take into consideration. You ain't got time to be bullshitting, you know. And when a lot of people look at getting their own truck as leveling up, and yeah, it is leveling up, but you leveling up with more problems, more responsibility, and the shit actually gets harder. You have to fight your way through this shit to get yourself to stand on 10 toes on that level. Because you don't just climb up to the next level and that's the end of it. Oh, I'm leveled up, everything is okay now. No, it don't work like that. Every level that you climb up, you got to earn to be on that level. So just because you go get your own truck, that don't mean shit. That don't mean nothing. You still got to fight the test of time to see if you can endure this shit to get to where you want to be or to accomplish whatever it is that you want out of this. So I don't think 20,000 is enough. I think you know, if you now, I did say this. I said this in a group chat before on Facebook, that 20,000 is the minimum, but 20,000 is the minimum after whatever you done spent to get your truck, whether you done bought a cash truck or you done financed the truck. Whatever money you done spent to acquire the truck, you need at least 20,000. At least 20,000 in the bank to cover you. But at this point, just to keep, and I only said 20,000 because I understand, man, people want to hurry up. They want, people who got their mind on getting the truck, they want to get in the game. You tired of working for a company and you think it's going to be sweeter just having your own truck. Not all the time. I said 20,000 because I was being lenient, but really you need more than that. And, you know, I know it's hard, man. You know, you running over the road, you stacking up your kibbles and bits, you working hard, you ready to get to the money with your own truck. But you gotta be patient. You gotta be patient. I would say stack up some more bread. 40. Really 30 is the minimum. And I don't even think 30 is enough. Between 30, 50. But like I say, it's all subjective. And I only say that because I say 50 because I say that now. Because I don't know who's ever watching this. I don't know what expenses you got. You might have kids, you got a family, you got mortgage, car note, and all that different type of shit, man. You gotta think about it. When these trucks go down and when you gotta put these trucks in the shop, not only do you gotta pay for the repairs, but depending on where you break down, that you gotta pay for towing. Then you gotta look at the time that you out of work. You missing out on money. You might be out for a week. You ain't getting paid. Bills still coming in. That truck note still due. You know what I'm saying? Taxes still due. Your personal bills still due. Nobody cares about your truck being down. So you got to make sure you have enough money stacked up to where you can cover your home shit, to where you can pay your repair bills and all that shit. That's why it's important to have as much money as you possibly can stacked up. And even once you start driving, you still got to come in the game stacking. Your mind frame got to be, I'm starting off from square one. No, you're not a boss. When you come in and start to be an owner operator, you starting from square one. Again, you starting lower than a company driver. Straight up, because you got more responsibilities when you come in with your own truck. It's not a joke. But you can play with it if you want to. Do what you want to do. You can roll the dice at whatever amount of money you decide you want to come into the game with. That's on you. But I'm just speaking from experience. You know what I'm saying? This shit costs money, bro. I just spent more money. The money that I just spent at different times getting my truck repaired, I ain't never spent that type of money on myself. You know what I'm saying? I never spent that type of money. I ain't never spent $15,000, $14,000, $20,000 on myself, but you spend it on this truck. You know what I'm saying? So, but I say this. I throw, before I get up out of here, I throw a little sunshine in there. If you got a cash truck and whatever you spent to get it ready, to get everything you need to be able to carry loads or whatever the case may be, and you ain't got no payments, and then you got $20,000 on the side, that might be a decent start, because you ain't got to worry about no monthly payments or no weekly payments. So that's cool. But even if you go get a cash truck, you still got to put some money into it, because you don't know what's wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? It's a thinking man's game, fam. And that's why a lot of us get crushed out here, because we come in and we don't be knowing, and we got to learn along the way. We got to learn the hard way along the way. So I'm just putting that out there, and hopefully, you can take that as you will and take it with a grain of salt, or take it and run with it. But that's all I got. Got to get on up out of here. Vonnie, you see another trucker, man. Y'all stay up. One.